And I think as she felt more in command of herself as an actress, at the same time, she saw how much there was to do as an actress, and she wanted more control over that. She wanted better contracts with her studio, 20th Century Fox. She wanted a way to control her own career.
Wait a minute. Oh, wow. Come on, why so close? Would you like to appear in a play written by Mr. Lewis?
I'd like to work up to that someday, possibly.
Is he writing anything for you yet?
No, not really. He's working on something, but no.
So we arrived in Reno, Nevada, and began working on this movie, The Misfits. Now, Marilyn was going to tackle a serious role in this movie. And people would sneer because they thought she was just this sex symbol. And the shooting was not easy. It was difficult. Marilyn's marriage was coming apart at that time. She had had a movie just before in which she'd had a relationship, I think, with, what's his name? Yves Montand. And I don't know if it's true or not true, but anyway, the marriage was on the rocks.
We better get you home, girl.
You were worried about me. How sweet.
Just want to keep you all in one pretty piece.
Will you have a spare tire? Somebody's got to drive her.
Go ahead, I'll take the truck.
Don't be so keen on
Our biography of Marilyn Monroe will continue. A&E. Our biography of Marilyn Monroe continues here on A&E.
Paula Strasberg called me from Reno and asked me if I could meet them at the Burbank airport, small airport, and that she and Lee and Marilyn were coming down, and that Marilyn was going to a clinic. And she was very upset, Marilyn was. What had happened, I saw it before, the weekend before. Someone, a doctor here, and I'm not sure who it was, I would use his name, put her on to a sleeping pill that was habit-forming drugs. And she couldn't renew it, the prescription in Reno. And therefore, she went through all the withdrawal pains, bad pains in her neck and her back and her shoulders and so on. Horrible. And she couldn't sleep. She never was able to sleep. And she went, we drove her down to this clinic of them, and they'd cut down Misfits.
She was worldly because she had been around for a long time, had been a big star, and had been photographed by millions of people. But the truth is, she didn't know about the world at all. She was always naive to the last moment.
I mean, Marilyn Monroe is the biggest female star in the whole world, but she isn't in a movie. And then she's betrayed. She feels it. She feels that she's been used by everybody, because she realizes that the Strasbergs haven't given her a movie. She realizes that being with the Sinatra crowd and all those, they may encourage her, but in the end, it's not a movie. She meets the president. She has an affair with him, we find out. At least she's happy.
Your birthday. This lovely lady is not only punctilious, but punctual. Mr. President, Marilyn Monroe. But I'll give her an introduction anyway, Mr. President, because in the history of show business, perhaps there has been no one female who meant so much, who has done more.
President, for all the things you've done, the battles that you've won, the way you deal with U.S. Steel and our problems by the ton. We thank you so much. Everybody, happy birthday!
I can now retire from politics after having had Happy Birthday sung to me in such a sweet...
He thought people loved her. Not true. Not true.
It was exactly June 1st. That was her birthday. And when I arrived there, she was surprised to see me. She says, "What are you doing here?" I says, "I came out to wish you a happy birthday." And George Cougar, who was directing the film, Something's Got to Give, said, "Well, I guess that's it for the day." And the crew rolled out a beautiful birthday cake for Marilyn. Said, "Happy birthday, Marilyn." Well, as we all know, that weekend on the radio, the news came that Marilyn was sick. Then Monday morning, the announcement on the radio said that she was not going to work. Her doctor had called in and said that she couldn't come in. The studio became very upset. They started giving out announcements to the press that Marilyn was not really sick. She was just playing sick. She didn't want to do this film. And they said that she was putting hundreds of people out of work. And they threatened to sue her for millions of dollars that they claimed